Shabbat Shalom. My name is Mike Greenstein. I'm president of Adath Jeshurun congregation. This week we begin the third book of the Torah, the book of Vayikra, which is also known as the book of Leviticus. This book begins with Shabbat Vayikra, and the first word of this parsha, you may have guessed, is Vayikra, which means, and he called. God is calling to Moshe and giving him specific instructions on the ritual of korbanot, which we translate as sacrifices or offerings. God has authorized 4 different types of korbanot that are permissible. There's the burnt offering, the peace offering, the sin offering, and the guilt offering. The Torah is very specific in how korbanot are to be performed, and by today's standards, the text is pretty graphic and something we're simply not accustomed to. When we translate korbanot into the word sacrifices or offerings, it suggests that we're giving something up, but that's not the full story. Korbanot comes from the root kuf resh bet, and the word makriv, which means to draw near, gives us a better understanding of what korbanot is really about. The ritual of korbanot isn't as much about giving something up as it is about drawing us nearer to God. The practice of korbanot ended when the temple was destroyed. The Torah specifically tells us not to offer sacrifices anywhere we like, but only where God has designated. Today we don't have the temple and we don't have a proper place, so ritual sacrifices have been replaced with prayer. Sometimes we ask, if God knows everything, why do we need prayer? Isn't it a waste of time to tell God what he already knows? But this isn't what prayer is about. It's not about presenting God with our wish list and then sitting back waiting for something to happen. Prayer is for us. It's for us individually and for us as a community. It draws us closer to one another and to God by prodding us to do better. Haven't we all mechanically said the words? But how often do we genuinely gain from the experience? Every prayer we recite is an opportunity for growth, and it's a challenge to us to reflect on our lives and to perform good deeds. Prayer helps us deepen our relationship with God and reminds us to be humble as we see our lives clearly amid the eternity that surrounds all of us. And so today, Vayikra, as God calls to us, how will you answer his call? Shabbat Shalom.